This is the last video in our series on homeschool communication, and this is really focused on students with special needs. I'm going to talk to both parents and teachers in this video. Parents, teachers have a lot on their plate, and it's really hard for them to take time to write an individual note to you each and every day. That doesn't mean they don't want to. It just means there's a lot that they have to do, and to do that for every one of their students with special needs would be asking too much. Okay, not that your student doesn't deserve everything, because they do. Now, teachers, parents want to know that what's happening in their day. Children with autism, they may have high functioning autism, but one of the deficits to high functioning autism is not being able to recall their day or to tell a general summary of their day. So they can't say, I had a good day or a bad day, or this is what we did today. It is part of their disability that they cannot recount their day. And so those parents every day are wondering, did their child really have a good day or a bad day? Did somebody pick on them on the playground? Are they getting bullied? And I wouldn't know. And so there's so much fear of your child is at school for 6 hours a day and you have no idea what happened during that day. And that's really an uneasy feeling. So because of these factors, parents, you need communication. Teachers, you need something that's quick and easy to communicate. And so what are some strategies to do that? Okay. Typically, children on an IEP or with communication challenges, whatever those challenges are, even if they can verbally communicate, but because of high functioning autism, they can't communicate general details about their day. In those circumstances, we need more frequent communication. So rather than just weekly communication, you may need daily or every other day communication. Again, it has to be quick and easy. So things that you can circle. There's going to be an example on the Facebook page, linked to this, of some homeschool communication notes, but where you can circle in the morning just a smiley face or an emoji that they had a good day, a neutral day, or a bad day. Were they engaging in any challenging behaviors, or did they have any problems during that time? Just a yes or no. Okay. So if you circle no on all of those, then there's not any need to write anything more detailed. Versus if you circle yes on one of those, then you can write a quick synopsis or a summary, or if the parent has questions, they can definitely call and ask you about those questions, okay? So those are quick and easy things that you can do. It needs to be data driven. So you have an IEP for the student, more than likely is why you're communicating on a daily basis. They have an individual need that requires special education or special accommodations in their education. And so you want to make sure that your homeschool communication is directly related to their IEP goals. Maybe they have an IEP goal to reduce aggression. So if we're tracking that aggression every day, and then it's linked to that IEP goal, and we can use those data sheets to measure, is aggression in the classroom decreasing? Maybe one of our goals is to increase compliance to task demands. And so if we're linking that data sheet to compliance, then we are tracking that over time so we can see if that compliance is increasing. You want to have some common definitions. So if you're circling smiley faces, a smiley face may look different to a parent and across teachers, especially if that child goes to multiple classes during the day. And so you may define out, what does a smile mean? So if I circle a smile on their data sheet, it means we had 0 instances of aggression that day, and assignments were completed or attempted with good effort. So maybe they weren't all finished, but they were all attempted with good effort. If I have a neutral face, just a flat face that I circle, that means that there were no instances of aggression, but we had mild deceptions, like, I don't want to do that, or do I have to, or no, I don't want to. So they weren't aggressive, but maybe they were kind of pouty and a little bit non-compliant. Also, assignments were completed, were not completed. Some assignments were not completed or were passively refused. And so what does passive refusal mean? Maybe that's just that they were over there doodling on it, or they were talking to their friend instead of doing their assignment, okay? And a frowny face would mean that there were an aggression happened during the day, or maybe they destroyed assignments. So maybe they scribbled out all of their assignment, or they wadded it up and threw it in a trash can, or they ripped it into shreds, okay? So that way the parent knows, if I get a frowny face, what does a frowny face mean to the teacher? And that also is, again, a common definition and a common way of describing the child's day. The next thing that you guys want to consider is that not everyone is able to communicate some of the nuances of their day. And so, in that homeschool communication, how can you have just a brief place to comment or say what's going on? You can also link this to reinforcement at home. And so, if your child has so many smiley faces during the day at school, what can they earn when they get home? So, how can you link this to your reinforcement so that it's not just a data sheet, but it's actually a reward chart? You also want to avoid, when you're doing homeschool communications, just open journals. Open journals take a lot of time and they're very subjective. They're emotionally driven. And so, if you've had a very difficult day with that child, you're likely to write a lot of negative things because it's emotionally charged. And then the parent's more likely to see negative things than positive things. Whereas on a positive day, at the end of the day, you're like, hallelujah, we survived a day. It's been a good day. I'm going to write, it's been a great day. And you put down, it's been a great day, everything's positive. Whereas on the negative days, you've got 5 lines of what happened in the day. And so, in those circumstances, the journal is taken up more by negative behaviors, and it's hard to evaluate that data and see progress over time. So try to keep it to something that's simple, succinct, data driven, and objective, because then it reduces the stress on the teacher for having to write long notes, but it also clarifies what's happening and communicates to the parent what is happening during the day, quick and easy, and it leads to your IEP goals, and you can evaluate, are we making progress or not?